Our project is called Currency Converter. This program will allow the user to select the currency from the list of currencies to convert into another type of currency. The program gives the user three options. The first option asks the user what currency they want to convert. The second option asks what currency the user wants to convert into. And finally, the program will ask the user to provide a value to convert. For example, if the user wanted to convert $1 into euros, they would choose D as their first choice and E as their second. Next, the user will have to enter the amount of dollars that they want to convert into euros. When the user enters the dollar value, the program will convert the $1 into 0.91 euros. After the program finishes the conversion, it will ask the user if they want to make another conversion. If the user selects Y, then they will repeat the same steps as before, but they would enter different values and complete other conversion. If the user selects N, the program will stop running and thank the user for converting. So now let's go step by step of what the program does in more detail. Okay, so this obviously initiates the main function. Now onto our variables. This variable is set as double instead of integer because it needs to take in non-integer or floating point numbers so it can receive and output a more accurate amount. Here's our three characters that are used throughout the entire program: choice 1, choice 2, and choice 3. This program uses if statements and a while loop. So while choice 3 is equal to y, it will keep looping the entire main function. This block of code outputs a list of currencies that will be displayed when the program is ran. This first line asks you to select the currency that you'll be converting from. And then whatever variable you put in will be saved as choice 1. Then it will ask you for the currency you want to convert into. Once you input one of these options, it will save it as choice 2. And then it'll go on and ask you how much you're going to convert from choice 1. Once you enter that amount, it will be stored as amount. So for example, if choice 1 is equal to C, it will go to this block of code, which corresponds to Canadian dollars. Then whatever choice 2 is equal to, then it will go back to that line. So let's say choice 1 is C and then choice 2 is E. It will go to this if statement, and then it will output this line of code. When the choice is made, it will multiply the amount by however much the first currency is equal to, or worth by the value of 1. To the second currency, then output the value. For example, 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 0.67 euros. Then, after the currency is converted, has been outputted, the last statement will ask if you want to make another conversion. This is using while statement, so as long as choice 3 equals y, then it will repeat the whole entire program again until choice 3 is not equal to n. Or, is not equal to y. So whatever you input, if y is inputted, it will save as choice 3, then it will repeat the whole entire program. If choice 3 does not equal y, it will end the program and stop looping. So now let's try out the program. Let's compile it and run it. Here we see the list of currencies that we told it to give us, or to output. And then it will ask, please select the currency you'll be converting or changing. So let's exchange yen into pesos. So we're going to be converting yen into pesos, so we can see how much 200 yen is in pesos. It's 34. So now 200. 33.32. This rounds it, and then it will ask again if we want to make it another currency. I'm going to put or just end the program. Now let's run it again. So now let's convert another example. Euros into Canadian dollars. See how much 300 euros is. Let's try a different amount. 6 euros into Canadian dollars. 476.4 Canadian dollars. I'm going to see 13.76. Again, it rounds it, but we get a similar amount. And if I input Y, it'll keep repeating. And now let's see if that's correct. One US dollar is equal to 0.92 euros. Now let's make another conversion. Let's do Bitcoin into euros. Now let's do 1 Bitcoin. So this multiplied by 1 Bitcoin times whatever 1 Bitcoin is worth in euros. Now we can see it right here. Amount times the value of 1 Bitcoin in euros. Euro to Bitcoin. And that's our program.